Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we got to talk about Mariah Carey, once again missing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, and we got to get into this article that is going to drag the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because it's not fair. Now, I want to say I saw that Outkast and Salt and Peppa got inducted, and I am happy for them. This is no disrespect to them, but we need to talk about the injustice that is being done to Mariah Carey. And I think allegedly Tommy Mottola, her ex-husband's behind it. I think he is. He was with Sony. What Michael Jackson said about Sony, it rears its ugly head, and we got to discuss it. So it says, this is from the Rolling Stone, what else does the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame want from Mariah Carey? The musician checks all the boxes that the prestigious institution looks for, from longevity and range to influence and legacy, but has now been shut out twice. When Mariah Carey received her second nomination for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame earlier this year, the institution's foundation chairman, John Sykes, issued a statement celebrating the latest batch of nominees. These remarkable nominees each have created their own musical style and attitude, impacting generations of music lovers, he wrote. Carey appeared alongside this ballot along Fish, Outkast, Oasis, Billy Idol, Cyndi Lauper, Joy Division, New Order, Soundgarden, The White Stripes, Joe Cocker, Bad Company, Black Crowes, Chubby Checker, and Mana. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, Mina. Carey was on the ballot in 2024 too. That time she appeared alongside Cher, Ozzy Osbourne, Oasis, Sinead O'Connor, Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Dave Matthews Band, Eric B. and Rakim, Foreigner, Peter Frampton, Jane's Addiction, Kool and the Gang, Lenny Kravitz, and A Tribe Called Quest. At the time, Sykes shared another iteration of his celebratory statement. These artists have created their own sounds that have impacted generations, influenced countless others that have followed in their footsteps, he said. The criteria in these statements were no less true in 2024 or 2025 than they were in 2016, when Carey first became eligible for the prestigious honor. In fact, it barely took a decade after the release of her debut album, Mariah Carey, in 1990, for her influence to begin crafting a new generation of pop divas who would take charge arranging their own vocals in the studio with the same authority they would yield on stage. And yet, for the second year in a row, the singer-songwriter and producer has been shut out from being inducted. Bad Company, Chubby Checker, Joey Cocker, Cyndi Lauper, Outkast, Soundgarden, and the White Stripes will join the class of 2025. With each passing year, the legacy Mariah Carey has crafted only becomes more indisputable. What else does the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame want from her? Last year, Carey admitted to being slightly disappointed when she wasn't selected to be a part of the Hall's class of 2024. Everybody was calling me going, I think you're getting in, and so I was excited about it, she told the Los Angeles Times, but then it didn't happen. She felt a similar sense of inevitability when her 1985 opus Daydream racked up 6 nominations of the Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year, One Sweet Day, Always Be My Baby, and Fantasy, all of which topped the Billboard Hot 100, were up for awards. All those songs in a row ended up being so big, she said. Surely at least one would win, right? Then I sat there the whole time and didn't get anything. I was like, this is not fun, but what can I do? Those 3 songs make up only a fraction of the 19 number 1 singles Carey has earned in the past 35 years, 18 of which is credited with co-writing. By 1988, she had enough hit singles to release her first greatest hits compilation, number 1s, featuring the 13 she had accumulated in only 8 years. The musician is currently in the midst of celebrating the 20th anniversary of the emancipation of Mimi. No Skips album, another Mariah Carey No Skips album, by the way. An album that caught an early new generation of pop listeners up to speed on her prowess as a hitmaker. It gave us We Belong Together, Shake It Off, and Don't Forget About Us, and it's like that. Small pieces of what Mariah Carey told Rolling Stone in 2024 became my favorite body of work that I've done. In the history of the Hall, some artists like Patti Smith and Solomon Burke were nominated between 7 and 9 times before being inducted. Chic has been nominated 11 times and is yet to be inducted, though Niles Rodgers was inducted in the Hall in 2017, receiving the award for musical excellence. It took Janet Jackson and Joni Mitchell 3 nominations in 3 years, long after their eligibility periods began, to make it in. For Donna Summer, it was 5 nominations in 5 years. Even Brenda Lee, who's rocking around the Christmas tree, goes head-to-head with the charts with All I Want for Christmas Is You each year, wasn't inducted until 2022 after 3 nominations. Like many of these artists, Carey should never have needed more than 1. In 2022, Carey was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Her speech played up the dramatics that she is known for, but it also emphasized the years she spent walking by myself and coming up with melodies and writing words in a book. That accolade in particular meant a lot. She's constantly having to remind people that she's a songwriter, she said, but it was more than that. Questlove explained why. That's the power of success, especially at Mariah Carey's level, he said, because you can be overlooked in certain respects and people will forget that you're an artist. People forget and suddenly you become the product. There's always a prominent thread of resilience woven throughout Carey's career. She never lingers in the dark for too long before stepping back into the spotlight or twinkling lights every holiday season. She's encountered her share of both real and contrived rivalries, par for the course for most pop stars, but never anything explosive to disrupt her unbothered aura of tranquility. She's released 15 studio albums and won 6 of her 34 career Grammy Award nominations. Her legacy was built on a concrete foundation of personal strength and one of the most singular voices music has ever known. Mariah is in the same vein as Janet and Whitney. Mariah is at the root of Christina and Ariana, one of one. These are truly no words that suffice. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this dream come true and for sprinkling your brilliance and magic onto my little song. Grande said when Carey was the one and only, the queen of my heart and lifelong inspiration, appeared on the remix of her single Yes and in 2024. This is what Carey always wanted. I don't just want to be categorized as of this era. My goal is to have a career that stands. Otherwise, what's the point? She told Vibe in 1988. This is what she worked for. Sony would put out only 4 singles from one of my albums, Carey said, where like a Janet would put out like 7 and they would be working the same album for like 2 years. But with me, it was like get in the studio, more records, sing, sing, sing. More than 1,200 artists, historians, and industry professionals, the Hall of Fame's voters shape music history with boxes checked in a nominee ballot. The Hall selection criteria is meant to take into account an artist's impact on music culture, like Carey's trailblazing success as a female pop producer and songwriter in the face of corporate misogyny. It is also the influence the artist has on other musicians, like Lotto repurposing Fantasy into a hit for her 2020's Big Energy, or Megan Thee Stallion boasting, I feel like Mariah Carey got these bleeps obsessed on her #1 single Hiss. The Hall also values range and longevity as they relate to both an artist's career and their body of work, reflected on Carey's positioning as the intersection between pop, R&B, and hip-hop. She even has a secret alt-rock grunge album sitting in a vault somewhere. Wherever there is you're looking for, Carey has it. It's in her voice, it's in her songs, it's in her legacy. She's checked all the boxes. Now it's the Hall's turn. Maybe for the 3rd time will be the charm bracelet, but it is already overdue. And I'm really just disgusted with this, you guys. I truly am. She has sold over 320 million records worldwide, including 200 million in albums and 120 million in singles. And that's not even including, the streaming numbers. Mariah Carey has broken so many records. She has so many hits. She has so many amazing albums that I believe it's a scheme set up by Tommy Mottola, allegedly. I believe Tommy Mottola is keeping her out of the Hall. Out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I truly drew, and it's a travesty that Mariah Carey only has 6 Grammys. It truly is. But I'm not surprised at this, you guys. I'm not. And it's like she can dominate every Christmas. She can dominate on these tours and everything else. But it's like when it comes to respecting her, when it comes to some of these major award ceremonies and everything else, and these, huge honors, it's like they always want to play in Mariah Carey's face. And I don't like that, y'all. I don't like that at all. So nonetheless, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of Mariah Carey being shut out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame once again? And the criteria doesn't make any sense because there's people who were lead vote getters who also get shut out. So I feel like it's politics. I feel like there's certain voters that have the authority to block certain people. And that's what I think was going on here with Mariah Carey. I think even if she did have the votes, they would find a way to not have her in here. For whatever reason, they want her humbled, and it's weird. It is very weird. She more than deserves it. She has the sales, she has the success, and everything else. But again, these labels, some of these people in this music industry, they're rotten. They are rotten and want you to play a certain game, play a certain, do this or do that, or we'll find ways to embarrass you. So there's that. That's all I got for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.